Hi, welcome to this Boom tutorial. Today we're going to focus on interacting with active layers. Let's select an area to explore. We'll go with Wembley. I like to drag the active layer over to the right toolbar, which soon will be the default. Sometimes it can get lost under the left toolbar opened windows. Let's select some planning layers. We'll go with conservation areas, flood zone 2 and 3. We'll also pick local planning authority. We'll go into land titles. We'll deselect a couple and focus on freehold. We'll apply those filters. You'll notice that it's requesting zoom to view, so we'll zoom in a little, which will render some of those land titles onto the map. The larger ones, the smaller ones need to zoom further. We'll change visualize to class of title, which is there. Okay, so active layers. It's important to note that the layer that is activated, in this case land titles, is the layer that you will be able to interact with. So if you wanted to interact with local planning authorities, you need to activate it, and as you can see, it's the top layer and it turns red, and that is a Brent LPA. You do the same for flood zone, so that's flood zone 3. That particular layer then pops up as the top layer. Flood zone 2 will act the same way, and it will take over flood zone 3. So it's important to note that you need to select from the active layers, which is this highlighted button here of the right toolbar, for it to be the one that you're interacting with. If we were to deselect flood zones 2, none of the active layers are in fact now active. So what that means is you can reorder them, and the boundaries of each will change depending on the top layer. As you can see there, flood zone 2 is now the top layer. If we were to go back to conservation area, that would take over. If we were to take land titles and drag that to the top, that would be the top layer. That's an important and useful way of interacting with the layers that you have activated at that particular time. You can also turn them on and off from the active layer if you want to drill down into a particular layer. So that would be flood zone 2, and it's only flood zone 2 that is now presenting itself. We could turn on flood zone 3 as well, and we could also reorder those to determine which one is the top layer. So that's how you interact with active layers.